Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to remind you that you should be telling yourself that manifestation is always working no matter what, okay? You should be saying this affirmation before you start manifesting, after you manifest, after you're done with your affirmations, visualizations, scripting, whatever it is that you do. You have to be using affirmations that communicate to your subconscious mind that you're getting what you want. At least when you feel like things aren't really moving in the 3D, things aren't really going the way that you want, okay? Also, when I say you have to do this or you have to do that, honestly, it is up to you, okay? I just want to clarify that on this channel, I talk about what works best for me. These are my assumptions, okay? My assumptions that have gotten me to where, I am right now, and since they've been helping me, I want to spread that knowledge to you, okay? But I always tell my clients, I always tell people that I talk to manifestation with that it's really important for you to be saying affirmations that communicate to your subconscious mind that things are always working in your favor, that you always get what you want easily, okay? A lot of you do, self-concept, which is great. You should do self-concept. I think it is very helpful. Specific person affirmations, specific desire affirmations. But at the end of the day, what you really have to understand is that there is nothing outside of you. Your SP, your desires, whatever it is that you want, it's not outside of you. So you're not in competition with anyone else. You're not in competition with the 3P, which doesn't even exist, right? It's just a figment of your imagination, okay? Again, everything's like, it really is more of a mind game. It's really more in your mind than anything else, okay? But like, competitors that you're up against for the job that you want, none of that is outside of you. And like those people, things, whatever, are not your real competition. The only thing that you have to change is your assumptions about whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, okay? In fact, just have the assumption that there are no competitors. There's never been a third party, that every single person that you've dated has always been loyal to you, has always respected you, has always treated you really well, okay? When you say things like that, what you are doing is you're creating new neural pathways that are in alignment with your desired reality, okay? Because for a lot of you, what ends up happening is that you may have experienced being ghosted a couple times, being cheated on a couple of times, and you've kind of internalized that to the point where you might see that happening with other people, right? Like other with people that you've been meeting. Maybe you've heard of the phrase that goes, they're all the same characters but in like different forms, or like same story, different characters, something along the lines of that, right? It doesn't have to be that way, okay? All you have to do is tell yourself like, hey, I don't accept this in my reality. The only reality that I do accept is a reality where people treat me well, people are loyal to me, people are kind to me, people respect me, people support me, where I feel loved, I feel valued, okay? For whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whether it be a relationship, a specific person, love in general, a job, okay? I know some people ask me for like job affirmations. I'm going to make another video for that, but you should be saying things like, I always feel valued at my job. I am, the best asset this company has. I am, my voice is heard. My coworkers respect me. I'm very impressive. Okay, trust me, guys, this really works. A little bit of a tangent, but I got recognition from my boss's 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 boss. So my skip level. They acknowledged me for something that I did. Okay, I recently got to talk at a tech event, and yeah, I got a lot of great recognition from my team, from my company, and like someone so higher up, like who probably doesn't even know of my existence, but has probably seen me on like the emails that I'm CC'd on. Okay, like this stuff really, really works. Okay, in the past, I unfortunately, and I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving an anecdote here. I have had internships where I was with management that didn't really respect me or hear my voice. Like I would say something and I would kind of just get shut down, or not even really just heard. It's like even if I gave my ideas, they would just be like, okay, cool, at least acknowledge it. At least even if you don't like my idea, just say no, that's not it. Or and sometimes I've dealt with toxic situations when it comes to that. I've never had to deal with that, okay? I mean, ever since I started affirming, and this was in my internships, by the way, the job that I've been in for the last 3 years has been amazing, okay? And that's because at least in 2020, this was the 6 months into my job, I consciously started manifesting that I've always had good job experiences. I've always had good internship experiences. I've always had management that was supportive, that would hear me out, that would respect me. I've always been in like a safe work environment. I've always been with supportive coworkers, okay? I've always been very impressive. And trust me, like the stuff that I'm accomplishing in my job right now is like, it's beyond what I even thought I would be able to, okay? Not to brag, but I have talked about this in my other videos. I got a double raise, a double promotion, okay? This luxury apartment that I'm in right now, I'm in New York City. And that's like the only reason I can afford that is because of my job and my raises, which I got like super fast. Like, I mean, it was an instant manifestation. Like well, instant can be relative to different people, but let's just say June of 2021, I started manifesting for a promotion that I thought I was going to get in December. I ended up getting promoted the end of June, like before July, and my title reflected in the company directory, and I ended up getting another promotion in December. I mean, like, things can change super fast, okay? It's just a matter of you telling yourself that, you know, whatever happened in the past happened. Maybe you can acknowledge it. Maybe you don't have to necessarily change the past. It's up to you. But you just have to say, like, you know what? Whatever I'm doing is working. I'm not a victim of my past. I'm not a victim of my past circumstances, okay? Maybe you don't have to use that as an affirmation, but just tell yourself, like, no, from here on out, my love life experiences, my job experiences, my career experiences, my relationship experiences are always favorable. I always have happy, healthy relationships. I am always in, you know, the best possible situation. I'm always in my most abundant timeline. I absolutely love that affirmation, okay? In this video alone, I've given you at least like 7 to 8, probably more affirmations, okay? So use those. But also, like, you know, as you're affirming, tell yourself that, you know, whatever it is that you're affirming, it's constantly working for you, okay? I only accept favorable circumstances. The only reality that is true is the reality that's in alignment with my manifestations, okay? And say whatever feels most natural to your subconscious mind. I just really love the affirmation that my dominant thoughts are in alignment with my manifestations. That way, even if you do have like negative thoughts, doubts, they're not going to manifest. Okay? In fact, create the assumptions that your negative thoughts never manifest. A lot of people ask me like, oh, if I think this way, will I manifest that? No. You don't, okay? This reminds me of The Secret. I don't know if you guys watched that movie on Netflix. I didn't even watch it, but back when I was into law of attraction in like 2020, when I first started consciously manifesting, I saw a scene where it's like everything they thought about even once just ended up manifesting. Like, there was some scene about like how this like one woman's house just like completely crumbled because she had like one thought about like how like there would be a natural disaster. I was like, that's literally not how manifestation works. I mean, the only way that something will manifest, even if you just have like one thought about it, is if it impresses onto your subconscious mind, okay? So you'll know what's impressed onto your subconscious mind based on your reality. Reality is just a mirror that is mirroring what's going on inside, okay? So if you do notice there are certain things that you're manifesting instantly, take note of those, okay? Whether it be a good thing, whether it be a bad thing. If it's a bad thing, just say like, yeah, I don't accept that in my reality anymore. It happened. Thanks for showing me where I'm at, but now I'm only going to experience favorable circumstances. I'm only going to experience my SP being loyal to me. I'm only going to experience my coworkers, my boss, my manager respecting me. I'm only going to experience happy, healthy relationships, okay? And you can just say, like, I always experienced that. I have always experienced that. Again, you know, it really just, it depends on what kind of manifester you are. I would say even if it doesn't feel natural, even if it's hard for you to go back and change that reality, because there's this technique called revision. I have talked about it on my channel. Revision is basically just saying things in the past tense form. Even if you don't believe it, it's fine. You just have to keep saying it until you do believe it, or it becomes your dominant way of thinking, or it impresses onto your subconscious mind, okay? Either one of those three or all of those three, okay? At the end of the day, you guys, people, we all just want to live a good, happy, fulfilling life, okay? If all else fails, just say that, okay? I live a good, happy, fulfilling life. I'm really content with everything that's going on in my life. Yeah, it's really as easy as that. For every single thing that you're going through, every single like little problem, doubt, concern that you have, I promise you there is an affirmation for that. There's a counter affirmation for that. There's something else that you could be saying that would completely, you know, get rid of that in your 3D reality, okay? I also say, like, just get rid of the concept of 3Ps. What is a third party? never heard of her or him, or whoever, okay? Get rid of the fact that there even is competition, okay? Just understand that this is all about confidence. I even give my clients the example that, you know, there's no reason to feel guilty for saying all these things, saying all these nice things to yourself, laying down the, like, you know, rules that you always get what you want, okay? Laying down the law that, you know, everything that you want is, like, it's meant for you, it's going to come to you, it's, you know, it'll come to you exactly the way that you want it. You never have to feel guilty for that, because there are some people that can literally just walk into a room without even saying anything, without even like really doing much. They get like every single person in the room to look at them. They pull whoever they want in that room, whoever they want to talk to in that room, like, you know, they're able to, okay? That's literally what confidence is. And manifestation is confidence. It's confidence that, you know, you'll be able to get what you want, that you are worthy of your desires, that you should be able to get what you want. There's no reason for you to settle, okay? Something else I want to say is that you deserve to have exactly what you want. I'm never going to tell you whether or not that desire is meant for you or not, because that is really up to you to dictate, okay? I know there's a lot of law of attraction coaches or other people that say things like, oh, it's just a lot of limiting beliefs, like, oh, if they didn't do this or whatever, it's not meant for you. I mean, first of all, understand that you're just manifesting a version of them that acted that way. And if you could manifest that version of them, you can manifest a different version of them, okay? It really just is up to you and your manifestation abilities and your confidence in your manifestation abilities and repetition and persistence, okay? I always say you don't have to believe in your actual manifestations. For some of you, it is kind of hard to believe that, hey, that SP that told you that they wanted nothing to do with you, that they said that, like, you know what, I'm seeing someone else, I don't even want to be with you. Maybe it is hard for you to believe that they'd ever want to come back to you. It does not matter. You just have to keep persisting until you start seeing changes in your reality. You just have to keep persisting until it becomes your assumption that, hey, they do want you, okay? And you might not believe it at first, but once you say it enough, you will start believing it, okay? Or it will impress onto your subconscious mind in some way, shape, or form, and you will get your manifestations. I always say when I was manifesting my SP, first of all, I didn't really I didn't necessarily not believe that they wouldn't come back, but I didn't really believe that they would come back because it had just been so long. They're attractive people. I'm sure, like, you know, they had, like, you know, attractive people around them wherever they were. But I still persisted. I'm just like, you know what, I don't care. Like, I always get what I want. And something else I always tell my clients is that when I was manifesting my specific, like, people, I couldn't even remember the last time that I manifested for them specifically. I literally just focused on self-concept. I literally just focused on me just living a good, fulfilling life, and me being happy, okay? Me getting the person that I actually wanted to be with. So I just got a notification. Money coming in. Love this. As I was like, you know, telling you all these affirmations, okay? Because your subconscious mind knows what you want. Your subconscious mind knows who it is that makes you happy, what kind of job will really fulfill you, okay? I would say at first do get specific about it, okay? You can do specific person affirmations. If you're someone that is not really, you know, maybe you don't want a specific person, just get really clear on what it is you do want, what kind of relationship you do want, what kind of person you do want. Write it down on a piece of paper. Read it a couple times a day so your subconscious mind can really internalize that, and I promise you, you will get that, okay? But something you have to understand is that there is a little bit of, like, mental discipline, diligence, and mental energy required on your part. You just have to show up and affirm and stop paying attention to the 3D that is not favorable. You have to tell yourself, nope, that's just an illusion, that's just a bad dream, whatever it is that, you know, comforts you at the moment, and keep persisting. And especially during those times where you're a little bit, like, triggered, okay? Take some time to actually heal, take some time to process it, but especially those times where you are triggered, where you're just like, oh my gosh, like, things aren't really moving the way that I want them to, where maybe, you know, things are a little bit stagnant, especially during those times, you have to, like, start manifesting, okay? Or start affirming, scripting, visualizing. That will go a long way. And in fact, it's during those times where, like, you know, you will really be able to rewire those neural pathways in your brain that have maybe, like, haunted you for so long. Haunted you, lack of a better word, yeah. But, you know, those things that you've always been victim to, like, oh, I always get ghosted by this type of people, or they always follow, like, exactly this type of people, I'm not even their type. Well, then create the assumption that you are their type now, okay? In fact, after they met you, their type completely changed, okay? Whatever it is that is plaguing you, you can create a counter assumption by just affirming and repeating until that becomes your dominant way of thinking. I promise you, you will never meet another guy, another girl that will hurt you, that will betray you. You will never meet another manager, another coworker that will be rude to you. Okay, all of these things, like, they will just not be in your, like, realm, your vibrational vicinity, your whatever it is that you resonate with, your 3D reality, okay? Also, another thing, since I did mention a vibration, I do think vibrations are real. I just don't think you have to be high vibrational to manifest, okay? And that, you know, going back to what I said, you can manifest when you're low vibrational. In fact, I even, like I've been reiterating throughout the video, when you manifest, when you are a little bit like lower vibrational, like, you are telling yourself, like, hey, I have control over my reality and I'm not going to let this overpower me, okay? You have to stop giving your power to external circumstances, external things, okay? Because, I mean, technically they aren't even external, they're just, like, within you, okay? You don't necessarily have to do shadow work, but sometimes when you don't get what you want, that could be, like, you know, you just kind of replaying some memories in your childhood where you didn't get what you want, or replaying, like, old memories, maybe not even necessarily in your childhood, but earlier on in your life where, you know, you got betrayed or hurt by any reason. And my point is, like, you don't have to be victim to those circumstances. You can change that at literally any time, okay? You can change it instantly, okay? In fact, like, something you have to understand is that when you see certain things like that happening, it could just be a sign that you haven't really, one, maybe, like, gotten over that or addressed that. Or if you're someone that's just like, yeah, maybe I don't really have to do that, I don't really care, then, you know, that's just a sign that, like, you have to change your assumptions about that thing. I always tell people that when you see something negative happen in your reality, you should actually be a little bit thankful and, like, you know, thank that, because it's showing you what you need to start doing more of. And a lot of the times, you guys, like, it's not even as bad as you make it out to be, okay? Worse things could be happening, but, you know, if you see something happening that's slightly triggering, just tell yourself, like, I can change this instantly. It could be worse. You know, I have the power to, like, change anything, anytime that I want, okay? So, yeah, I rambled a little bit. I did go on some tangents. That's why I'm going to title this video "And Other Topics" or something along the lines of that. But these are just reminders that I want to give you, okay? Because I really want you to understand that you have power over your reality. You have control over what happens to you. And it's not even so much, okay, it is kind of about controlling your thoughts, but it's also about not letting your thoughts control you. That is also really important, okay? You have to realize that whatever you're seeing in your reality, it's just your old thoughts, whether it be a good thing or bad thing. If it's a bad thing, then just understand that it's your old thoughts purging out. Again, there does not have to be a purging period, but if you do experience purging periods, then it's your assumption that you are purging, or there is a purging period. So just change that assumption. Change the assumption that you even have to go through a purging period, and change it by saying, I always manifest instantly, okay? I'm for real gonna end the video right here. I really hope this helps, okay? I always say this, and like my tarot readings and everything else that I talk about, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's about you forming your assumptions, you forming your own rules. Let me know if you have any questions below. I will try to address them. I also do want to let you know that I offer manifestation coaching. I make custom-made subliminals that help you with manifestation. I do have a video on that, so you can check that out in my Law of Assumption playlist on what I think about subliminals. I also offer tarot readings. If you want to check where you are energetically, that's also okay to do from time to time. I have another video on tarot and what I think of that as well. And yeah, I will see you all next time.